What's up guys, it's Crystal here. I'm back with another review video for you guys, and quick disclaimer in the beginning of this video, like all my other videos, this video is somewhat a sponsored review. I received the product for free from wishtrend.com when it first released. However, it wasn't in exchange for a review video per se, but they wanted me to try it out, but I decided that I wanted to go ahead and also create this video and give my 100% honest opinions of the specific product as well. So that's what that is, and without further ado, let's go ahead and introduce the little product here. This is the Rovectin Clean LHA Blemish Ampoule, and you can get this for $15 US on Wishtrend's website. It also has 15 milliliters of product inside, and it even comes with stickers so that you can personally decorate the bottle yourself. The ampoule is a gentle and effective serum that hydrates and enhances the skin with only essential ingredients such as LHA, which is caprylyl salicylic acid. The LHA is effective on clogged pores with sebum and blackheads, as well as it helps brighten up dark spots on the skin. The serum also contains 85% neroli flower extract, which helps soothe and calm the skin with the anti-inflammatory properties. This product is cruelty-free as well, and it's made for all skin types and contains a pH level of 5.5 to 6. So now that you know what the product is, what it's supposed to do and whatnot, let's go ahead and talk about how you would use the serum or ampoule. So essentially you can use this both morning and night, which is what I did for 2 weeks. And I did this after cleansing and toning. After the toner is all absorbed to my skin, I pour 3 drops onto my face. So one right here, and one right here. And then afterwards, I spread it all over my face, and then I pat it in so that my skin can fully absorb the ampoule. And that's all it does, and I finish up with my skincare. For the morning, sometimes I skip moisturizer because this can be like a moisturizer, but at night I definitely do use moisturizer to lock everything in so that when I sleep, nothing leaks out. But yeah, so that's basically how I use the product. And so I'm gonna go ahead and roll my first impression of the ampoule so that you can see how that went. Hey guys, so I am here ready to try out a new product. This is Wishtrend's Rovectin Clean LHA Blemish Ampoule. Yes. And I just took a shower, cleansed, and toned. So my skin is basically ready to go with the ampoule. And this is what my skin looks like at the moment. Then on my forehead. So the main breakout areas that I am having is basically this area right here, if you can't tell. I'm breaking out quite a bit here and a little bit on my forehead. The cheek area is mostly healing, and this one's healing, so it's mainly this area right here. So I am hoping to see some results. So I'm just gonna go ahead and try it on. It's a little bit thick. I don't know if you see it. It's very transparent and a little thick. It's actually quite thick. But I'm just gonna do comes out kind of weird. I'm actually trying really hard not to touch the dropper on my face, but as you can see, it kind of moves down pretty slowly. I'm just gonna go ahead and spread it. So it is actually fully absorbed into my skin right now. I will say that the viscosity of it is a little thick. But once I patted it in, it absorbed quite well into my skin. It's not that sticky. See, it's not too sticky. It absorbs very well actually into the skin once you pat it in. Now that it's on my skin doesn't feel that much different, to be honest, with it on. So I'm just gonna go ahead and finish up with my moisturizer. I will check up on my skin tomorrow morning so that you can see how my skin reacted overnight. Good morning guys. So I woke up, put my contacts in, brushed my teeth, and this is what my skin looks like the day or the night after using the ampoule. And if you can see here, the cheeks look relatively the same. Right here, forehead looks a little bit the same. The chin looks almost the same. I will say that I haven't gotten as much whiteheads as I usually do every morning. Every morning I get a lot of whiteheads around here and my chin area, but right now I only have a little bit on my chin. And yeah, it's mainly my chin area, but every morning I always get a lot of whiteheads right here and I don't see any. So I'm actually really impressed. My skin feels really comfortable. It didn't feel dehydrated or anything like that overnight. I actually don't have any complaints. My skin feels fine. But yeah, I'm actually, first impression wise, I'm actually very happy with the way my skin feels and looks after using it for only one night. So yeah, here, little slow pan. But yeah, I am actually really happy that I didn't wake up with so many whiteheads around my mouth area. So I keep talking about that, but I really am super excited that I don't see a lot of that when I wake up. So far my first impression is really, really good, but I am going to use it to at least every single day, morning and night, 2 to 3 weeks. So we'll see, and I will check back. So now that you guys know what my first impression of the ampoule is, let's go ahead and talk about my 2-week impression. Like I said, I use this both morning and night every single day for 2 weeks. So I do have a pretty clear understanding or opinions of how I feel about the product. So as always, let's go ahead and dive right into the pros or what I liked about the product. The first thing I want to talk about is the scent. There's no scent to the product at all, which is perfect. I also want to talk about the texture. It's quite thick and goopy and slimy, and I don't know if you can see that on the video, but it's quite thick, and I actually really like that aspect of the serum solely because I know that it won't go dripping down my face as I drop it. It actually slowly goes down, so it gives me enough time to actually really work the product onto my skin. I also like the fact that it glides on very easily. There's no friction. It doesn't feel like I'm pulling or tugging on my skin to create any premature wrinkles. And surprisingly, the moment that I pat it into my skin, it absorbs very quickly. Once it does absorb, it's actually very lightweight as well. I never felt like my skin was being suffocated, never felt like my pores were heavy. It basically felt like air after it was like absorbed into my skin, but like hydrating air. With that being said, it's also very, very hydrating, which is why sometimes in the morning I skip moisturizers. It's very, very gentle. It never felt any tingling on my skin, never felt any pain or anything. Is super, super gentle. Really literally feels like air, and it's super, super effective, and it prevents breakouts, especially with my whiteheads. I have mentioned this in the past with other videos, but every morning I get a lot of whiteheads around this area of my face, but ever since I started using this ampoule, some days I don't get any whiteheads at all when I wake up, and the most that I would get is like 2 whiteheads total, which is such an improvement. And I noticed an improvement on my skin after just 10 days of using this product, like literally just 10 days. And most importantly, it did not cause me to break out at all. So now that you guys have heard so many good things about the product, let me go ahead and talk about what I didn't enjoy about the product or the cons. And there's not a lot, it's literally just 2 points, and one of them is the size. It's so small. I mean, I think it's really cute, but I mean, and it's justified, you know, somewhat for like $15. But if you take a look, I used this for, at this point, I used it for 3 weeks now. And like I said, I used it morning and night. And you can already see that 2/3 of the bottle is gone. So I'm definitely sad about the size just because it goes away so fast, but I feel like at this point it's better to go ahead and try to alternate the product out and use it sparingly, I guess that's the term, instead of using it all the time, because then I don't want my skin to get too used to it. But now that my skin has been clearing up pretty well, it's a good chance to kind of like minimize the amount of product I'm using for this, just because I feel like this should be used as a treatment product at this point now. But that's what I want to say about the size. I wish it was slightly bigger. I would definitely pay whatever I need to pay for it to be a little bit bigger, but I mean, I guess good things come in small packages as well. But that's one of the things I don't really enjoy about the product, is how tiny it is and how much I've already used up. The other thing I want to talk about is the thickness of the product. I did mention that I like the thickness and slimy and goopiness in the pros, but I also listed it in the cons solely because sometimes I can't get a really nice pipette out of it, and it like leaves bubbles and whatnot. I would have to be really slow and cautious with it so that I can get a full pipette of it, so that I can easily put 3 drops on my face, because sometimes I'm only able to get 1 out if you pipette it too fast or if you accidentally get bubbles, just because it's quite thick. That's the only other point I can think of that I can include as a con. But other than that, those are the only 2 things I can think of as a con, and most of it is, it's super livable. It's really not that big of a deal. But if I had to choose any cons, it would be those 2. So would I recommend this product? I actually highly recommend this product for anyone, especially my friends who are experiencing any like breakouts that are environmental or whatnot. Any fans that love, like, I guess acidic products like AHAs or BHAs, this is a really good product, and it's very, very gentle, no tingliness or anything like that. I highly recommend it for anyone who is experiencing a lot of clogged pores or whitehead breakouts, blackhead breakouts. This is a really good product for that. I honestly really did notice such a quick and effective turnaround with my skin. It was just, my skin looked so good after using this for like straight up 2-3 days. I started like noticing my skin was doing a little better, but by the 10th day my skin looked amazing. So I've never had a product work so fast, so effectively, and so gentle in my entire life. This is one of the best products I've ever experienced that helped a lot with my breakouts and a lot with my whiteheads. Like honestly, this really changed my skin's life, because I have been experiencing so many issues with whiteheads on my face that I was starting to get a little bit irritated and just about to give up and just accept the fact that I'm just gonna have a bunch of whiteheads growing on my face every time I wake up. But this really has changed that. I actually really love this product a lot, and I'm actually going to order another one just because I feel like I can't live without this product at this point now. If you are really curious about it, I highly encourage you to check it out. I encourage anyone who has a little bit of like skin concerns. In terms of like the dark spots, I forgot to mention in the cons, in the pros, but I noticed that my dark spots from the acne scarring has actually started to lighten up as well. Of course, with the partnership of sunscreen when I go out, but I feel like this really is the product that can really change your skin, or at least it has for me. So I'm hoping that it can for you as well. Yeah, so basically this wraps up that. I feel like I'm being really repetitive, but that's because I am so shocked with the results that I can't think of any other words besides the first words that popped into my mind. I'm just so incredibly grateful that I was able to try this product out and actually experience such amazing results from it. So like I said, definitely give it a try, give it a look. It's totally worth it. For me it was, so I'm hoping it is for you as well. But I'm gonna go ahead and wrap the video up here before I keep rambling on. But if you have any questions at all, anything about the product, definitely leave them in the comment section down below. I will try my best to answer all of your questions. If you found this video really helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!